But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time, The Candy Shop. Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Candy Shop. I'm Candace.
I'm so debonair. What's going on?
Nothing much. This is champagne and things.
Yes.
I haven't talked to you since last week.
I've been on vacation, so.
Yes. How was your vacation?
It was good. I may be dating again. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, good for you. Did you enjoy yourself?
I actually did. I got a chance to really sit on the beach a lot and just self-reflect on a lot of different things. It was fun. I had enjoyed myself.
That is so good. Well, this weekend I didn't do anything but spend some time with my kids. And here go my child now. But I'm going to acknowledge some of these people in the chat. So, hey, Connie B, thank you for dropping the candy in the chat. Hey, Anointed Aries. Yes. Hey, Sharon. And Anointed said, period. Hey, she said, we in this B. And Sharon said, hey, so Deb. Hey, BJ Des. Cardi B said, everyone needs their woosah. Yes. Hey, Aviel. Yes. Thank you for joining us, Aviel. I'm glad to see one of my mods here. Aviel is my mod. Anointed said, gotta love the kids. Exactly. Hey, Precious Pisces 69. Hey, Cat in the chat.
We always come up on here matching.
I know. Because Cat in the chat said, y'all look good. And we don't try to match at all. Yes. But let's get into these topics. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill thing. So allegedly, I'm going to put the allegedly banner for Aviel. She always be telling me, you need to put up that allegedly when you saying this stuff. But allegedly, he has been cheating on her. I don't know the full story. So a lady, he Snapchat his peen to this lady. And she saw what area they were in, or she knew about their address. Do you know the full story on that?
See, I saw where they were following him. I think it was like TMZ was following him and her. And they were saying something about some deleted text messages or something.
That too, because Cynthia's trying to deny it.
So I wasn't sure because it was like so many stories going on. So I wasn't sure what really happened.
Yeah, Cynthia was definitely trying to deny the claims. But like I said before, and I spoke on this, I definitely feel like Mike Hill has been cheating on her since their relationship began. He's had a lot of female friends.
Yeah. That was really weird when he did it on the show too.
Yeah, I didn't like that whole scene where she goes to meet his friends, but they should have had both of their friends together because to me, Cynthia needed backup.
Yeah.
Anointed said, damn, Cynthia. Yes. Oh, and hey, the Queen of Cheesecake. Hey. So, yes, I was looking at Cody. What else is Cynthia going to say? Hey, Amuse. So, I think that this man is still cheating on her.
Yeah.
Mike Hill, Jennifer says, Mike Hill has always been a cheater. He admitted he cheated in his other marriages. He isn't going to change.
And of course, I guess she said that she left the show because she wanted to protect her relationship. Basically, the other relationships that she had didn't work well on the show. So she left because of this, and then he's cheating on her.
Yes.
Well, allegedly.
What you say?
I said allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. So I think Cynthia is definitely trying to save face. And I don't know if Chi-Town Naja Girl said this or not, but I feel like nothing's changed about him. Why did Cynthia think that he was all of a sudden going to change just because it was her? I really think Mike Hill was an opportunist. I know he was on TV before, but his stock went up even higher by dating Cynthia.
Yeah.
So I really feel like, yeah, it's just not gonna work. And this is like the second time it's come out that he was cheating.
This is the first time I ever heard about it.
Pink Dynamite saying, "Can these women find a real husband?" Yes, I'm looking at some of these comments. Amuse said, "Mike Hill gives me sleazy." Yes, he is very sleazy, and to have all those female friends is just a hot mess.
Yeah, it was almost like when they went and he had that little thing at the house. It was like he almost took her to meet all the girls that he's been cheating with, or he's going to cheat on her with. Like I never felt okay with that whole scene. It was just really weird.
Do you remember his daughter crying? Like, what was his daughter crying for? She was crying in that scene. I think they were talking about his infidelities or whatever.
And she started crying, or I don't remember.
Well, she went up to a room and she was in tears.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah, Anointed said 100% sleaze. Academy said women outnumber men. Everyone can't have their own basic math. Yes, that is basic math. Queen of Cheesecake, yes. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe.
Especially here in Atlanta, because what is it, like 5-1 or something like that?
Yes, I believe at one time they might have said it was seven men to one. I mean, 7 women to 1 man. Yeah. I think I've heard that. Yeah. But yeah, that is ridiculous. I think Cynthia, I don't know. I wanted to like him for her, but all the stuff that he was doing on the show, he just seemed like a cheater, and he's never had a successful marriage. And I know he was trying to act like now he's going to do right, but no, I saw it in his face. He wasn't doing right.
Not he wrote a book about it too, right?
I think he did.
He wrote a book about his
that's how we all found out about his cheating.
Yeah.
And his 50 women's of friends. It was like literally 50 women's there. He's the one that got the women's.
Yeah, because she ended up reading the book, right?
Yes.
She read the book, and then he was like, you know what? Since you read the book, here's all the women. I was like, what?
Those were supposed to be his friends, though.
Right.
He just said, yes, that was really a weird situation. When Cynthia met all his women friends, would that not be a warning sign? Exactly. That was a red flag right in her face.
Right.
It slapped her dead in the face, and she just continued to stay. Amuse said, methinks they're trying to get back on the show. That could be true, but I don't know. And hey, just simply.
Hey.
Yes, Cardi B said facts are facts no matter how people feel about it. Yeah. Right. Candace said she saw it written all over his face. Yeah, that's all the cheating. You can see, you can see stuff like that in people's eyes. He just something about him, it didn't seem genuine.
He just looked like he was shucking and jiving.
Yes. Do you think she should have just stayed with Peter?
Probably.
Did you see Peter lately? He shaved off his whole beard. Did I freeze? You froze, so Debonair. Is that me or so Debonair that froze? Did I freeze? Somebody tell me who's frozen. Is it so Debonair or myself? And Anointed said, right, how you have more female friends than male friends. Am I frozen? The ratio doesn't mean there are no real relationships and true marriages. Who on Real Housewives of Atlanta had a real marriage? Hey, Evangelist Val. Okay, so Deb is frozen. Deb, you may have to come out and go back in. Anointed said, I mean, at this point, Peter was the better option of the two. Yes, I didn't even recognize Peter. I wish I would have put that picture up. Okay, I think he's coming. He just left out. I think he's coming back. But I think it's a whole hot mess, her marriage with Mike Hill. I really hope, and we said this before, I really wish that she would just go and get with Leon. Maybe she needs to get with Leon because they make the most beautiful couple. They already had a beautiful baby. So I want her to be with Leon. Amuse, now they come with a storyline, please, as if he hasn't been dipping and diving until now. Right. He definitely has been dipping with those women's that we met. No, Peter was scuzzy. Amiel said Leon was the better option of them all. Yes, it just makes me wonder why her and Leon never worked out, and she never talked about that. Unless, well, maybe y'all know. I want to know why her and Leon didn't make it. Peter was clowning Mike. Yeah, she need to go tag Leon. Yes. Amuse said no to Peter. She needed to keep on looking. Yes, I'm with you on Leon. Yes, I'm good. Thanks for asking in the chat. Okay. Can we get 14 more likes from the people in the bushes, please? Yes, please like and subscribe. Leon is very sexy. I'm waiting for Deb so we can talk about our next topic. But Leon is very, very sexy. Yeah, Cynthia, the man that worked for her, she leaves and she gets with all these duds. So Deb said they have a power outage on the street. I might be doing this by myself. I'm gonna give you a couple of more minutes. So Deb, Cynthia, what did you say, ma'am? Cynthia is boring. So I don't know who wants to join the show temporarily. I can carry it by myself. I can if I have to. But I don't know if Deb is coming back. There was a power outage. So he may be back momentarily. Cynthia is boring in every way. Mackenzie said, do y'all know about the tea on Marceau? Where are the receipts? So I posted one of the receipts. I posted the alleged child. Speaking of Marceau, I posted that alleged child, and then I was sent another receipt today of a text message where he admits that he does have a child. I don't know if it's real though, but I saw the screenshot of a message where he acknowledged this child. Hey, Connie B.
What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So this is champagne and things with a twist, I guess.
I thought I'd come up and join you.
Yes. You can.
Oh, that's back. I guess I didn't.
I'm gonna have to be an avatar for right now.
Well, I like having Connie up here as well.
Oh yes, Connie.
I mean, if you guys allow me, I will stay. If not, I will go.
No, that's fine.
You can stay. So they were asking me about the receipts on Marceau, and I don't want to get in trouble for showing the alleged child because I still got it on here. Should I show it?
Sure.
I'm scared though. I don't want Miss Wanda coming after me. But I'm going to show y'all the alleged child, and I'm going to put it back down quickly. But this is Marceau's alleged child, and the child does look like him. Let me hide this. The other receipt is a screenshot of a conversation that he had. And hello, Dina. Do y'all think now watching Cotty? Were you watching Marcella and Miss Wanda today?
Oh yeah, you know I don't watch the show, so I don't.
Oh yeah. So shout out to Marcella. Shout out to Marcella for interviewing Miss Wanda. I got some lint in my braids, but yeah, there's this other receipt. Let me see. I'm gonna find it on my phone. It was sent to me today. I don't want Miss Wanda to beat me up because she said she wants to see the receipts. So I don't know if this is real. Let's see. Where did it go? It's still on my phone. That's the receipt right there. Oh, and then it went dark. My phone, maybe it's fake. They don't want us to see the receipts. But this is something where he says, yeah, that's my little man. He's older now. He really has his dad's eyes. So I don't know if he was joking or not. But
what are we talking about? Because I've never watched it.
I know. y'all have to watch this. And hey, Reparations. She said, I'm late. Let me slide in. Hey, Candy Shop Cotty. So Deb, mine's in the chat. Yes.
Hey, Reparations.
And thank you for dropping that candy, champagne glasses, and straight no chaser for the Cotty B. Dina said Miss Wanda was just on Marcella Speaks. Yes. Make It Make Sense said, I'm gonna get through these comments and then I'm gonna go to our next topic. But Make It Make Sense said, what women still wants Marceau in his bad credit? Marceau doesn't have the bad credit. That's Martell. He having babies and can't pay child support. That's Martell. Make It Make Sense. Marceau is married to Tisha, and sorry if y'all hear this on my computer. All these notifications pop up and they just keep coming. But Marceau does he's married to Tisha and they have their kids. He's allegedly he's never cheated on her. And hey, Miss Ree, the Queen of Cheesecake says Cynthia's husband gives me do not feed after midnight type of vibe. What? What's this supposed to be? Not a gremlin. A gremlin?
He can defeat them after midnight so that he gonna cheat on her.
Yeah, true. Candace,
I'm about to be shady. Candace, didn't you say that you out for friends from the opposite sex?
Yes, I am. But this is the thing. Let me tell you about Mike Hill, because it's okay to have friends of the opposite sex, but the way that his friends were very disrespectful. First of all, I wouldn't be marrying no man that had like 50 women as friends. It's the difference between having maybe one or two female friends to having 50. And then these women, all these 50 women are women. It looks like some of them he previously dated, he may have messed around with, and they became friends. No, with my husband, he had female friends like that. If he had been intimate with them, I wasn't allowing him to be friends with them, because the male friends that I had, I was strictly platonic with. So I had boundaries to that. I'm not going to just allow you to keep being in my face with some disrespectful women. I would just say that. If you said Marceau does make me laugh. And good evening, Chef Hannah Heels and Meals. Make sure y'all subscribe. Good evening, Miss Sparkle. I'm trying to get through them all. Evangelist drop those straight no chasers for Cotty.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and thank you, Chef Hannah Heels and Meals, for the super chat. Thank you for supporting. I was on with her yesterday. We talked about Love and Marriage Huntsville, and on Monday she does the Mimosa Monday with me. She is my co-host. So thank you for joining us. Anointed said, period. Every time you say that, I'm have to say it like you anointed each time. And yes, the math is definitely, it ain't matching and it ain't mathing with Mike Hill. But that's all I'm going to say on that. Did y'all have any last thoughts on Mike Hill and Cynthia and that whole debacle? Do y'all think that he's going to stay with her?
Oh, I think he'll probably stay as long as she let him.
Yeah.
Wait.
Can you hear me?
What did y'all say? I can hear you, but y'all talked at the same time.
Oh, go ahead, Deb.
So, Deb, are you there?
Oh, okay. I just said I think that he'll stay as long as she allows him to stay.
Yes. Well, we can go to the next topic.
I want to be devil's advocate again one more time.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. We laid it all out on the line.
Okay, so I'm not going to say 100%, but most of the time when females have male friends, straight male friends, we all know guys will sleep with anything. So even if he wants to be with you or not, if you give him the opportunity, he will totally do you.
Yeah, that's true.
Which means the whole friendship is based on whether or not the woman is giving up the draws to the man.
Yeah. What if though you set boundaries though, and like your friend also has he's married as well, and you've met his spouse?
I guess that's a little different, maybe.
Yeah, like my male friend that I have he just recently broke up from his wife, but he was married, so we all would hang out. But my friend, I don't know, in the very beginning, I just set boundaries. I don't agree with telling you to cut somebody off, especially if it's strictly like platonic, or you've never been with this person, you are really friends. Like, I guess my thing is, I know some certain crazy situations can happen, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt the first time. But if something ever comes up, it definitely has to be cut off.
Well, I don't necessarily think that you got to get rid of friends that you previously had. I know I said I don't have any male friends, but that's simply because I didn't have any before. So no new friends.
Right. Oh,
We missed you.
yes.
When the electric came back on, it started bouncing everything because everything like it's the Alexa and all that stuff. So it just started bouncing the audio all over the house.
Yes. So we can go to the next topic, which I want to talk about Jessica Simpson. So I was perusing the shade room and came across this, or actually no, it's on Side of the Site. This picture right here is a picture of Jessica Simpson, and she talked about, I can't even read it now. She talked about how she came to a point where she was like unrecognizable because of her weight. What did I do with my glasses? Because of her weight and everything that she was going through. And this picture, I guess, was 4 years ago when she was not sober. She's sober now.
Oh wow!
Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
It's like a totally different person.
Yes. That picture looks nothing like her. Like I just thought that was, I don't know. I didn't know who I thought it was, but when I think of her, I used to watch her show with Nick. Was that her husband's name?
Yeah, Nick Lachey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Nick Lachey. And I thought they were gonna make it. I hated when he got with that other girl from MTV, and they kind of like did Jessica dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always wanted her to win, and to see her like that, it was sad. Like that didn't look like her. It just looked like, damn, like she really fell off.
If I would have saw her like out tomorrow, I would have never even knew that was her.
Yeah.
Right.
She had a swollen face.
Yeah, Anointed said, where was her husband at while she was going through? Is she married or is she single?
I think she's single now.
Yeah, she's single. And it seems like she's had a tough couple of years, because I remember when I lived in Dallas, she was dating Tony Romo. And every time she came to a game, they was like, they lose all the time anyway. But the Cowboys was losing, especially when she was there. I think that's who she was dating at the time. But they were talking about that. Was it Tony Romo or was it the guy on the Patriots? She was dating some football player.
I remember recently, like Nick Lachey was saying something about her. I can't remember what he was saying, but he basically was kind of like dogging her.
Mm-hmm.
Like about her not being as smart or something like that.
Yes. She tried to say that was a character that she played on the show.
Mm-hmm.
All Things Popcorn says she's married. Okay. So that is unfortunate that she looks that way. I don't know what happened to her. I know she was drinking, but that's scary. What do y'all think it was? And I know we didn't have a lot to look at with that particular picture.
Maybe she was going through like a depression or something.
Yeah. I know she had gained weight. Like every time I would see her recently, she was a little bigger. But as we get older, women especially, we do tend to gain a little weight.
Mm-hmm.
Make it make sense. It looks what way? What are you talking about? Make it make sense. Should I put the picture back up?
When I looked at her, I couldn't help but think of what Karen said about Giselle and her swollen face and alcohol face and ankles. That's what.
You got a point there. Let me take that picture down. But yeah, that is very unfortunate. Oh, they said her sister married Diana Ross's son. That's interesting. I remember her sister was trying to be a singer too, I think.
Ashley? Yeah.
Okay.
Ashley Simpson, yeah.
She's married to Eric Johnson.
Yes, I guess so. Prosperity.
I was reading it.
Yeah, Prosperity Thick Girl said, yes, Candy. I just said that yesterday. I wanted her and Nick Lachey along with Brittany and Justin to be together again. I used to love their old show. I did too. Yeah. And it just seemed, can y'all imagine it? All of this was like almost 20 years ago now. It's so crazy how this time has flown by.
Yeah. It's been past 20 years, right?
Yes. And Evan Ross is the son. You said the way. be a singer. Yeah.
I like their sister song. What was that song?
I honestly can't even remember because this is like 15, 20 years ago when I feel like I was still a teenager myself when all of this was going on. I know they said, damn, I'm old as F. I feel old too.
Pieces of Me.
I don't even know what song that is.
I used to like the song.
Crack, but the other colors do. Oh,
you told no lies, make it make sense. No lies.
Mm-hmm. So that was that story. That's unfortunate.
Oh, Mo Walker. Yes, I remember. She said she got caught lip singing on Saturday Night Live. I remember that.
Sister.
Yes.
We knew she couldn't really sing though.
Yeah,
knew that.
Miss Val said yes, lip syncing. So let me go to the other stories. So I did want to talk about Brittany Renner and how she clapped back at somebody named PJ Washington about the age gap. Do y'all know who Brittany Renner is? She is like a video vixen. She basically trapped a young athlete. And well, allegedly, I'm not gonna say she did it, but allegedly she got this young athlete. He got her pregnant, and she immediately, make it make sense. She immediately him to pay child support, and so she's no longer with him. And so a lot of these girls, and I'm seeing it on TikTok now, a lot of these girls or groupies are getting with these young black athletes. And getting pregnant by them and then leaving. But hey, make it make sense. What do you have to say on this stuff?
Hey.
So in terms of Jessica Simpson, we gotta this woman has been through a lot, right? Mm-hmm. She was forced to be the picture of perfection. Remember, she was bone thin when she was real big. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking she might have had some similar issues to Brittany. And we just didn't know it because she was a product. Her dad was the exact same way. She had her sister, they pushed both of them into, the industry. The difference is this lady has $1 billion business. So she may look 80, but her bank accounts are hurting.
That's
right. Right. Yeah. So now we are talking about, do you know who Brittany Renner is?
No.
So nobody knows who she is. I just know her from...
She's a thought from what you described.
Oh, wait, is this the one trapping the young dudes?
Yes, but this is the thing, though. And she clapped back at people that were coming for her. No one talks about the age gap between Jay-Z and Beyonce. Right. Some of the men. So if it was a man that was with, say, like a young thought, nobody would have anything to say. But when it's a woman, and this is the thing, Brittany Renner is not that old. The guy that she got with was 22. I believe she's 26 or 27.
She looks old in the face. And I think he was 18.
18? No. I heard he was in his early 20s, not 18.
The dude she just got pregnant by?
Yeah, he's 18.
The difference is she's online making posts teaching people how to trap dudes and how to trap them young.
Is she doing it, or I heard of other people doing it?
She did it. Is this the same one who was? Wait, Chi-Town already said my facts may not be straight. So hold on.
Jennifer said she's not the same one. PJ Washington is a young athlete she has the baby with. So that's who that is. Let me go back to Prosperity. Thick girl.
What does chick look like?
Brittany Renner. I'm gonna try to. Let me find.
I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. I thought it was the same girl who had bought her own tickets to go F Colin Kaepernick a while back.
You know what? They all the same woman.
Well, they're not all. They're getting flued out. If you got to fly yourself out, that's a problem.
This is Brittany Renner.
It's all a problem.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, and it says he's 23 now.
Yeah, that's not.
She just had the baby though.
No.
So.
I think she's supposed to be getting thousands and thousands of dollars in child support already.
Yeah, it was supposed to be $20,000 a month or something like that. But they said that was a rumor.
I just talked about this this whole shit.
Let me read. Hey, Connie. Let me read Prosperity Thick Girl. She said yes because I'm born and raised in DC, and the Go-Go Band Rare Essence made a remix of going back to Brittany
Pieces of Me.
Jessica Simpson's sister. Yes, yes. Prosperity Thick Girl. I used to live in DC, and I do remember the pieces. I know their version, Pieces of Me, but the sisters, I don't remember it because I know the Go-Go version of it. But yes, now I do remember that. And I don't know who was talking about Milli Vanilli. It was calling her sister Milli Vanilli. But yes, smack that notification bell. But Brittany Renner, I think you are right, Mims, when you say that she tried to get with the other guy. Old men do this all the time. That's what Anointed said. Just simply said the way Candace said, not 18. Yes, I was like, no, because I think 18 is too young, period, to me, to be for an adult to be with an 18-year-old. I know that technically you're an adult at 18, but that is, y'all don't think that's creepy? Like Anointed said, where's the outrage from male creeps creeping on 18-year-old young women? Right.
We have to blame the game for this though, because you remember they was teaching the girls how to do that when Dervin broke up with Melanie.
Right. Where did Mims and Cotty go?
I'm here.
Where did Mims just drop off? Mo Walker said, doesn't make any difference how old the dad is or the mom is. You still have to take care of the child, pay the lady. Yeah, because that's the thing. This is my thing. How is she so-called trapping them? That's the part that I find confusing, because this man can put on a condom and he can do things to not have a child. Why is like what somebody used this analogy once. With a shoe, you put the shoe on.
Right.
The woman is laying down. The man is responsible of wrapping it up, to me. So I just don't have all this sympathy for these athletes, because they're making the choice to get with these women.
Yeah, but remember on the game they were saying something like the girls take the
when they took the
then they take the turkey baster and do all that stuff with it.
He I believe admitted that he knowingly slept with her, but they're trying to say she took advantage of him because he was young and with what she looked like, she enticed him. Mm-hmm. But he still, as a grown man, because he was 21, 22, that was on him to wrap it up.
Right. He needs to take responsibility for what he did.
Yes. So they Anointed. I mean, Evangelist said, "What is the age difference?" So
I think it's 6 years. She's 29. And he's 23.
Okay, so 6 years. So they're both in their 20s.
Yeah.
Cotty, what is your unpopular opinion?
I don't know if my opinion's gonna be unpopular. I'm not against her or him necessarily in the situation. I'm more for, why do we feel like it is okay to create children like this? What are you teaching your child? That you was a money bag? I didn't give a crap about having you. Your daddy didn't want you. We didn't want you. This is what you teaching your children. And you may not say it, but they see it, they live it, they observe it.
Well, they, at one point, her and this guy were engaged. And they were saying that was the part that was where she took advantage of him or something. I don't know how. But they were supposed to be together, I guess. Oh, they love what you're saying. They just put in the straight no chasers in the chat. Anointed said the child is irrelevant to them.
And that's the sad part of the matter, because there are literally women and men out here struggling to even conceive, and these people are just conceiving for weapons for monetization.
It's true.
Yes. So, wait, go repeat that again, Connie, because I was halfway listening. I was looking at some stuff.
That was profound and
Because I have a counter argument, but repeat what you just said.
Oh man. Okay, I was saying that there are literally men and women out here who are struggling to conceive, and these people are using children as a monetization in order for the come up.
Yeah. Yes, that is correct. I think that it's wrong on both parts. But then again, I still feel like the man has the control over the situation. If he knows he has this career, he should definitely wrap it up. Young Rich says she couldn't just swallow.
Young Rich, oh my gosh, Young Rich.
You said, to be fair, it comes from their family upbringing. I agree. Oh, what is this? Oh, he got Peter's ugly.
Oh my gosh, that Peter?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Gosh.
Why did you do that to us, man?
No, my phone died. So I go.
We sip with D. We are talking about Brittany Renner and PJ Washington and how they she took advantage of him by she allegedly trapped him.
I don't buy into the trapping. I think they're both equally responsible in the stupidity of their lives and the
it sounds like they both
psychological pain on this child. Basically,
beautifully animated.
It sounds like they both took advantage of each other. Honestly,
yeah, he wanted the stuff because sorry, Candy.
Amuse says Cynthia's Peter. Yes, that is Cynthia's Peter in that damn picture. I don't know what Peter was thinking, but I saw a quote where he said he had to start over and he had to start from somewhere. I don't know what he was going through, but he went from I love the beard. He was a zaddy and now he's a
now he's gone.
I guess we didn't talk about Peter. Oh, Young Rich said, what happened to Peter? C Beers is makeup for men. Yes, because what the hell? Right. He definitely needed that beard. Mo Walker said, I don't know how she trapped him when she ended up with the bag. He's moving on. She's still holding the bag. Right. Because that whole thing of what he had to pay her in child support, they said that was not true. Both of them said that. Mm-hmm. So it does feel like she's left with this child now. It's just a mess up situation. Peter was creepy. Yes. PJ wanted the clout for smashing a known IG thought. Yes. And Brittany wanted to come up. That is correct. Because Brittany Renner is known on IG. Do y'all know I bought her autobiography because I heard it was supposed to be similar to Confessions of a Video Vixen. And my husband hid the book because my daughter kept picking it up. On the book, her whole ass is out. So I can't find my book. I haven't even read it yet. So it's somewhere around the house. But I bought her book because I wanted, I like juicy reads like that.
This is the first I've ever even heard of her.
Yeah, well, she's known on IG and she's like today's version of a video vixen, but she's considered kind of a groupie, like Hannah said earlier. My friend.
Because they don't really even make videos like that anymore, right?
No. So she dates the athletes.
Oh, okay.
Sip with D said, I don't think she trapped him. I'm sure he knew about her past before then, and if not, somebody had to tell him or do research on who you dating. Exactly. I think he really was banging her for the clout.
Yeah.
Peter's giving me bald eagle vibes. Right.
Candace Mims hit me up, said he got kicked out. His internet is doing wonky stuff, so he's sorry.
Oh, I wish he would come back because it was funny. Let's go to the next story because I can talk about Brittany Renner in that situation all day because this is why I feel the way that I feel. Sometimes I feel like people are extra critical when it comes to women in these situations and they don't say anything about the man. It's like, oh, the woman did this, the woman did that. She shouldn't have looked like this. She shouldn't have looked like that. No, if men are supposed to be the head and and lead and all this other stuff, why can't they be the head in that situation?
Right.
Why is it always put on the woman and what the woman was doing? Like, men are supposed to be the head and not be enticed. So I don't like that. And I don't like when people use our sexuality, especially Black women, as a weapon. So that's my unpopular opinion. So
I agree. I'm a freaking woman. I don't want to be held responsible for the actions of a man.
Well, they do that because they're taught that, and then and it's also a way for them to make excuses when they take advantage of women.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
She's trying to be superhead, but with athletes. Correct. That is 100% correct.
I was laughing when you said men's supposed to be the head, and I was just like, yeah, he was.
Young Rich said, is Brittany the same as Tina Trump, who going around to different HBCUs filming, giving these athletes what is going on here? Young Rich, you got to give me some tea on that. What is the
You're about to have Candace up all night tonight looking at
researching. Yes, I would be up looking for this. Mo Walker said he probably thinks he really did something. Exactly. Oh, hey, Tandra Smith. He was leading with the head, just the wrong one. Correct. Being the head comes with a lot of responsibility. They the head.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking in my head. Like, yeah, he was the head.
Right. He should have wrapped it up just like AK said, no one wiped her for a reason. Right. And thank you, reparations, for the candy in the chat. Men want to be the head, but don't have the wisdom to do so. That is correct. This goes to show a lot of men aren't leading you anywhere but down. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I agree. Thank you, Evangelist Val.
That goes to the upbringing.
Yeah,
and definitely. That's what I'm saying. If you keep doing these broken homes, you're never going to get a child who has seen how to actually, he's not going to know how to be a man. 9 times out of 10, he's being raised by a woman. A woman can't teach a man how to be a man.
Right. And I was thinking, who's managing him? Who does he have around him? Because, he has to have people that he relies on. So It's like, why are they allowing him to make these decisions? And I just don't think all of a sudden Brittany Renner came out of nowhere and got with this guy. Someone had to orchestrate.
It doesn't make any sense because you said they were engaged too.
Yeah, they were like getting serious and people were outraged about that. So
it's like, does he not have a brain? Like I don't understand.
I don't know. They tried to say he was just like a child. He was young, and I'm like, he's over 21. He's making these decisions,
right? And
she's in her 20s as well. But they're literally trying to act like she was a predator, and I just feel like that is a definite reach.
Yeah.
And Queen of Cheesecake said, "Jesus, take the wheel." Yes, and I agree. Well, I have the same question as Prosperity Thick Girl. Is that Trump some kin to the ex-president? Yes, the head. So we're going to go to the next story. I didn't realize that the time was running away from us. I guess we can sit here for a little bit because your game night isn't until 10 o'clock anyway.
Yeah.
So the next story that I put up, we have just 2 more stories. So Carol Baskin, because I was a big Tiger King watcher and fan, she wants them to cut the clips from the new series. They're making a new series, and I heard a lot about Carol Baskin. Allegedly, a lot of the stuff that they said about her, it was lies. And the way that she was edited, I can't even say it. The way that they edited her in the series, they made it look like her husband, like she murdered her husband and all of this other stuff. Come to find out, he was not a nice guy. The real truth is, allegedly, that his first wife actually had him murdered because the first wife was the one actually in the will. And so they're saying she may be responsible because she had the most to gain. But the way that the show was put together, they tried to blame everything on Carol Baskin, just like Tiger King did.
So that's what they were going to do for the second one.
For the second one, I didn't even know there was going to be a second one. I just saw this today, but I had heard about Carol Baskin. I watched a YouTube documentary on it, and Carol Baskin like replied in the comments like to the person saying, "Thank you for sharing the real truth on my story."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they edited her incorrectly, and her husband was a monster. The ex-husband, he married her at a young age, and allegedly he had a thing for younger women. And Young Rich said Tina Trump is her Twitter name. Okay, I need to screenshot this. But did y'all watch Tiger King?
I did.
No.
Connie, what do you watch?
Not that.
Tiger King was good. You gotta watch it. I was like binge watching it. Like when the pandemic first hit, I believe that's when it was like on, and I binge watched it. Like
I stayed up all night watching that.
I remember everybody talking about it, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't do things other people do."
Well, it just got crazier and crazier as the episodes came on. It was like, is this real?
Right. And hey, Marcella.
Because I think weren't they saying something like, I forgot, it was something about she let the tiger eat the husband or something like that?
Yeah, they tried.
Yeah, I remember that
in the video, like, because I guess the Tiger King. What was that guy's name? I forgot his name, but the actual Tiger King, he made a video about it.
Joe something, right?
Yes, and he had like a head of ground
explosive or exotic.
Yeah, he had a like ground. The husband's head made as ground beef, and they was feeding it to the tigers. Yeah. So when I watched the little YouTube documentary that I watched, it made sense. Like, oh, she really wasn't that bad. And when you look at her tiger park, she was doing all of the right things. I guess she just likes cats, and she was actually trying to take care of them. But they were trying to put her in the light as in copying Tiger King and exploiting these tigers and killing them and this, that, and the other. But yeah. So Carol Baskin was really not as bad as people were saying she was. So I thought that was good. Mo Walker said it was so entertaining. Beautifully Animated said, nope, no Tiger King for me. Why not? Abiel said, man, to the tigers.
Because that's how it kind of started. Yeah, drugs out. It's kind of started like that, and then somehow they found out he started sleeping with the people he was working with, and I'm like, wait a minute now. What?
Yeah, and he was getting with straight guys and making them his husband. So I was just like, whoa, what is going on here? And hey, Red Label Confession.
Thank you.
But yeah, there was a lot going on. They all look like they said.
They did though.
Thank you for the candy in the chat, Q. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. I mean, was the Tiger King killer? He tried to have Carol Baskin killed. That's why he's in jail now. This show was just so crazy to me.
It was like you just couldn't believe what you were watching.
Yes, and
that's
it was all
so good.
Real. It was definitely all real. That's what was so crazy. They were doing the most. Yeah, they were doing the most.
Yeah. And
Queen of Cheesecake shared your channel, Cotty. Yes, make sure you subscribe to Cotty. He turned those men out. He sure did. And they did it for drugs. That's all they were doing it for.
And money.
Yeah, and the money too. But did he really? I thought he was going bankrupt. But I know they thought he had.
But they was living for free. That was.
Yes, Young Rich, he was getting straight guys and turning them out. Yes, he was, because he married like two of them at the same time or something like that.
And then towards the end, they was kind of like, well, I'm not even gay.
Like, what?
It was just so unbelievable. It was like, hey, so they're not even gay?
They sure did. So damn is correct, because I was like, what? Like, what am I watching? But Abiel said that show was one of the entertaining parts of 2020. It definitely was.
I think I had to watch. I think I watched it twice because I was like, wait a minute. I think I lost the whole concept of the show.
Yes, his second husband committed. Oh wow, he did. I love Caucasian. Beautifully animated said, "I'm not into makeshift enclosures for animals. That's just done by just anyone." Yeah, but Carol Baskin was actually supposed to have a good place for the animals, but they tried to put her in a negative light. And I was at the time when I was watching, I was like, yeah, it was Carol Baskin, and she did this, she did that, but now when you think
the jury was still out on her finding out if she had done something to the husband or not until you just told us that part of the story.
They tried to say the husband took a plane to Costa Rica and never came back. And I was just like, okay.
But I think the moral of the story was he was trying to outdo her place, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miss Reese says she believes Joe was set up. I kind of thought that too, but then again, he was obsessed with Carol Baskin.
He was obsessed with
her. Reparations said, yep, they was on meth bad. They was. They was definitely on meth. And they laughing at us. They were gay for pay. Exactly. Yes. They had most of America binge watching Tiger King when it first came out. Yes, because I was one of them. It was definitely a methy situation. Maybe they were gay for pay. Yes. Laugh out loud, not gay for pay. Yes. All kind of white privileges going on. Because if it was us, that would not have happened.
We wouldn't even be able to get the first tiger.
Yes. You know, they said he in Costa Rica. All right. They did say he flew his private plane to Costa Rica and just never came back. And I was like, okay. Carol couldn't even be on what is it?
Dancing with
the Stars without being called the Tiger King Killer. She was on Dancing with the Stars.
I never even do that.
And hey, DT.
Hey, DT.
So we're gonna go to, and they were young too. The guys were very young that he was dealing with.
Yeah, they ended up like getting all kind of stuff after they put him in jail, though, right?
Getting stuff. What do you mean?
Yeah, like they took over the park or something like that.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. They did. But let's go to the last story. So the last story is we're gonna talk about T.S. Madison. Now, I love T.S. Madison. She was in Hey Nikki Pooh. She was on The Breakfast Club, and she had a really good interview. Charlamagne the God liked the interview, and Boosie had some comments about it, and Charlamagne responded to Boosie. But what are y'all thoughts on all of that? I don't know, Connie, if you follow T.S. Madison.
I do not.
Okay.
I thought that T.S. Madison did an amazing job with just explaining how things work when it comes to the community. I've said this on my podcast before. We all don't know all the ins and outs of all the letters of the LGBTQIA plus community. So for like trying to make us all understand it, even with people who are not a part of that community, it's hard, and so she started talking about her taking responsibility for things that she was doing and saying that made her look bad to the trans women and stuff like that. And she's like, it's really a learning lesson that we're all going through. And I think I think we're close to the same age. So it made a lot of sense for me. And I think that she did a lot better than what was the other person, Storm Monroe went on and did.
Yeah. So I didn't watch the full interview, and I want to watch it. Mm-hmm. When I told you I was going to watch it, I ended up having to finish up at work, and it was so much going on. But I like the fact that T.S. Madison was able to go on and authentically be herself.
Yeah.
And I've been a T.S. Madison fan since the days where she said, "Are we live? Are we in color? Is this thing on?"
Yeah.
So from the very beginning, and I with the alphabet community, I hope you're not offended.
No.
With the alphabet community, I I just loved her and how she represented it. And she showed another side of it. And she's just always been her. And she was able to bring that to the Breakfast Club. And I feel like Charlamagne the God just respected her as a person.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with her sexuality or what she chose to do.
Right.
So, and that's what I liked about it. But Boosie, I'm sorry, I'm not here for Boosie. Boosie having his nephews and children molested at young ages and calling it their badge of honor is just disgusting to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Cotty? So Boosie is upset with Charlamagne the God because I really feel like because he had T.S. Madison on the show. We all know that Boosie is problematic and says a lot of problematic things. But what are your thoughts, Cotty? If you don't want to speak on it, you don't have to. But what are your thoughts?
Well, I know Boosie's a piece of trash, but I'm actually not. I mean, I know of T.S. Madison, but I don't know anything basically about her. And I didn't see the interview. I don't like Charlamagne the God, so I don't. I don't really have much to say on it. I don't know.
Beautifully animated said Boosie don't want none with T.S. Madison. Boosie, you don't want that smoke. Wrong road. Yeah, T.S. Madison, that is the wrong road to go down because she will definitely go in.
She said it on the interview too.
What did she say? What all did she say?
I think she just really went on to kind of clarify what the beef is with Lil Nas X, but also to promote her show that she has coming up. She has a lot of stuff that's coming up now, like movies and stuff. I know she's working on something with Gabrielle Union, and I think Anika Nani Rose just said something about there's something that they're working on as well. But she was going on there basically to talk about Dave Chappelle and how it's different for transgender Black women than it is for transgender white people, because that's basically what the special was about his transgender white friend. And so then she started to talk about the whole Boosie and the baby thing, and she was saying that she didn't want them to get canceled. What she wanted them to do was learn the lesson of why that it's bad what they do, because what happens is that, you know, it causes more trauma for the Black transgender women. And she was like, she's tired. She kind of is tired of all the rappers and stuff that, you know, deal with these transgender girls, and then they act like they don't know nothing about it. And she called out Bobby Valentino, because I guess he gets caught with transgenders a lot.
He denies it.
Yeah. And she basically was like, she's just waiting for him to say, yes, I did it. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess in the music industry, because the black men in the music industry are basically like the spokespeople, which is why she was kind of saying that what Boosie does is making it worse for them. She was like, the thing is, she was like, it's not like they don't like us, it's like they like us in private. And so that's basically, I think, what the interview was about. She was like, but she's not for the cancel culture thing. She was just like, you know, if people got to lose a few checks, I understand it, but cancel them all together, she didn't like that.
Yeah, I agree. So salute to T.S. Madison. I have to watch it. Even though with Charlamagne the God, I don't like the stuff that he has going on and how he's done certain Black women. But I do respect the fact that he was able to have T.S. Madison on there and he was not disrespectful to her.
Yeah.
So.
And she was also talking about what we were kind of talking about earlier today with Boosie and his nephew or son or whatever it is. And she was saying that it's weird because if that had been, the roles had been switched around and that was a little girl and he took the little girl to, you know, have sex with somebody, how frowned upon that would have looked. And then, you know, I was showing you earlier, I was like, all this may be a bigger, the grand scheme of this may be that a lot of these men have been, you know, violated and they don't comprehend it at all. Because I was reading the remarks on Twitter with somebody who was talking about it. And the guy was saying that, you know, basically what Boosie did is like a hood thing. They take their kids to go to a sex worker and they break them in. He said it was like a badge of honor or something like that. I can't remember what the words were. And so when you read the comments, there's a lot of men who this has happened to them. And the more people were commenting on him, telling you, like, sir, no, this is not okay. This is not like, oh, rite of passage to be a man. You start seeing the people actually delete their comments because they didn't realize that this isn't normal.
Mm-hmm. Right. I definitely agree with that. It's not normal. It's sick to do that to a child. Prosperity Thick Girl said one thing about Maddie, she stands in whatever she says and will allow for others to their opinion, but don't come sideways. Yes. And I want to go back to Young Rich's comment. She said, I hope one day Kaya and T.S. Madison will come back together. Hopefully Celebrity Big Brother choose them for next season and they can talk things out and let bygones be bygones. And I am so upset with Larry Reed because I believe he posted this, but I thought there was going to be a conversation episode with T.S. Madison and Kaya, and I subscribed to Zeus, and then I realized it was not an actual show. So I have a Zeus subscription with no show. But I would love to see them on the conversation. I liked Kaya and T.S. Madison together. But you know, we, as much as we like them together, if they're better apart, then I can respect that.
It kind of sounded like because she brought up Kaya on the show too. It kind of sounds like if Kaya was open to it, she might be open to talking to her.
I don't think Kaya will be open to it.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be.
Every relationship can't be fixed, nor should every relationship be fixed.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I agree.
I do agree. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I do agree. But so Dad was saying, T.S. Madison said she's not for the cancel culture.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree on that. I think the cancel culture is a bunch of bullies who get together and try to force people to think and believe the way that they do. And everybody has the right to feel and believe what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's what she was also saying. She said she's not the spokesperson for all the trans people. She said how she feels is how she feels. There's like Storm Monroe is older than her. So Storm Monroe with the pronouns, all that stuff, she's like, it don't matter to Storm Monroe. But you know, she knows, I guess, basically her celebrity power. So she tries to make sure that she respects how people feel, but she also wants people to respect how she feels. And to know that she's not the spokesperson for all of them. And I think they all had it was like 4, I forgot. I know it was Storm Monroe, it was T.S. Madison, Hope, I can't think of her last name, and I forgot the other girl that was on there with them, but they were having a conversation. You could tell that they all think differently about how things work.
And it is Flame Monroe.
Oh yeah, Flame Monroe, I'm sorry. But they all, you know, they think differently about this. I'm like, imagine me sitting on there, because I never even sat down to even think about half the stuff that they even talk about. I just try to get it right, you know what I mean? But it was just I love that T.S. Madison was the person that was able to go on and say what she said, because a lot of people have a lot of respect for T.S. Madison, and there's people who don't. But I think that the main thing I got from it is that we don't know everything.
Mm-hmm. Right. I agree. I know Shotdown says she don't like Kaya. Kaya is the one mad. Let her be, and you're right, Cardi B.
Oh yeah, T.S. Madison threw some jabs at her today too. It was kind of funny. She was like, she kept saying once she left out that basement.
Right.
Hope just yeah.
What are y'all final thoughts? Because we can go ahead and end this here. What are y'all final thoughts on everything?
I forgot everything been talked about now.
So
it was a good show.
Yeah, it was a really good show. I enjoyed this. Make sure you come back. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you, Cardi B, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, thanks for filling in when my electric went out.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Go ahead, Cardi.
Oh, I just said you're welcome.
Oh, well, we'll
Shout
go
out
ahead.
to make it make sense.
Yes, to me with the Peter picture.
Oh gosh, poor Peter.
Yes. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. I'm going to play my little outro. And I hope y'all are staying for backstage.
Yes.
Outro.
But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop.